A lot of the questions I've been getting at Better Together are, how do I find a single man? What does this look like? Where do I begin? So, single ladies of the panel, or married ladies of the panel, let's help our single sisters and those that are watching online. What does it look like? How do we even begin that process?
So, for me, I lived in New York City when I met my husband. And mind you, there's how many billion? 6, 7 billion people in New York City. My husband's not here. The word submission means submission, get under the mission. Every man doesn't have the same mission. So when you accept a ring from a man, you're accepting the mission of what God has called them to do. And so I would meet a lot of different guys with a lot of different missions, and I said, I can't get under that. You look great on Christian paper, but you're not who I'm supposed to do life with, right? And I said, Lord, you have to import my husband. You have to drop him from the sky. He's not here in New York City. I read the stats, and I understood those different things, but I knew that God had somebody for me that we're supposed to together go on and do the work of the ministry together. And my husband, I met him at church, and literally
in New York?
In New York. But listen, he lived in Atlanta. He would fly out for work. He worked at the church, so he would drop in every week. So I think it's so funny that the Lord imported my husband.
Dropped him in.
Right. On our very first date, he said, and this is what I love, he was 22 years old. Cornelius said this to me. He said, are you willing to move to Atlanta? Because I'm not gonna move up here to New York City. I'm not trying to be here. I want to raise my family down there. And I said, absolutely. I can go down to the South on our very first date. Wow. We knew right away. And the thing is, I knew that I didn't need to go find my spouse. Right. I felt like if I get busy about doing what God wants me to do, I'm gonna meet him. He was serving at the church. I was serving at the church. Wow. We walked by each other for 3 years straight, you guys. Oh, wow. And then literally when we connected, it was so amazing. And I'm like, you've been here for 3, but I wasn't ready, and neither was he. And not only that, he was 19, and I probably would have dated a teenager, 4 years old, and I would have dated if I was 23. But I feel like our issue is we're trying to find him. We're trying to search. When Adam went to Eve, he said, he looked at her and he said, you're my wife. Like he was awakened and saw her, and I feel like we're trying to go to Jimmy, John, and so-and-so and wake them up. Look at me, look at me, and we're getting frustrated. That's right. Get busy, I believe, doing the work of what God wants you to do, and I believe that you'll make a quality man.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to open up the can of online dating. All right. Because we want to be about God's business, which I totally was. But I was in my church, in my field serving. I was in grad school serving. I was fully independent. But I had like a gecko. I was like, one eye on Jesus, one eye looking around. Who else is running alongside? Are you running your race? Okay. And there just wasn't anyone. And it was my twin sister who said, I think you should try online dating. And I said, I think I need to rebuke the devil. Wow. No, it's not for me. And so she had set up an online profile for me, and I wept, and I said, if God parted the Red Sea, if God brought Rebecca to Isaac, he could find someone for me. And Rebecca was in the field, and Ruth was in the field, and I'm gonna be in my field. What I told my sister was, he could drop someone to my doorstep. And she said, well, I hope you like the UPS man. Wow. Because that's the only people that are coming to your door. I was like, oh God, oh goodness, okay. So I actually
had to be open to that.
I did, I did. And so
you were busy serving, and God led you to that.
And so, but what does it look like? Because that's not the conversation we're having. It's like, hey, go to online dating and you're gonna find someone. No, don't lose yourself. Set up a boundary. Don't lose your identity. Don't put all your hope that you're gonna find your kismet match online. But what does it look like to maybe put yourself out there? The analogy I give is your taxi light on? Because if you're not sparkling, if you're not letting someone know you're available, how is someone supposed to know that you're available? What does it look like to sparkle? What does it look like to date? What's our boundaries on dating, y'all? Jump in. What do you think about dating? What do you think about online dating? What do you think about matchmaking?
I feel like each person's specific. For me, I said, Lord, I didn't want to meet my spouse online. That was my thing. I didn't want people with kids. Like, I had boundaries. I had a list that I wanted. Was I willing to adjust it? I was. But I feel like my girlfriend met her spouse online. Didn't want to do it. That was the very first person and the only person she went on a date with. Me. Wow. And then she got married. I feel like God will use online dating. You know what I mean? But some people, you've gone on 55 dates.
Yep, on every app. You were swiping up, swiping left, swiping right. You don't even know what you're doing anymore. No,
I'm just available.
Right.
No. Are we really led by the Lord? Let's just be honest.
Right.
Or are you trying to fill a void?
Right.
Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload. Thanks for being a part of our Better Together community.